Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep a straight face throughout this whole thing, but we're going to talk about a topic that you and I don't ever talk about, naked attraction. And so for people that don't know, Naked Attraction is a British reality dating show. And it was added to Max, which was formerly HBO Max. And it has been number one on their streaming top 10 list as far as stream shows. It's become a huge show from a streaming standpoint. And basically the premise of the show is they bring out a contestant. That person gets to see the bottom third of the six contestants, including just below their belly button. They have to eliminate one of those people based on what they see. Those contestants are completely naked. Then they move up and they show the next third. Then they get rid of someone, and then they show their face and they get rid of someone. But the whole point of the show is that someone picks from among six contestants, and they talk about the premise being that a lot of the apps that people use for dating, you don't get the authentic people. And a lot of people will come on and say, if you strip away the clothes, you get the real person who they are and all that stuff. And these are people looking for love. It is The Bachelor and Naked and Afraid all together. However, what happens is they get down to one person and they pick a finalist, and then they get to go out on a date with them, usually that day or the next day. I've done a lot of research on this show, Trey. I've watched about almost all the episodes 2 or 3 times, but not really. But then they bring them back together a few weeks later and they say, hey, did this relationship work out? None of them that I've seen on the show, the episodes, none of them have worked out. Maybe they hooked up for, something casual, but nothing became real love out of it. And
shocking.
It's shocking. Yes. But it's really kind of that whole argument is, beauty is skin deep. That's one. People are looking for love in some really weird places these days. But what do you think it says about the psychology of the contestants? Because the contestant that picks, when that person gets down to 2 people in that person's choices, they have to strip completely nude. So the person that doesn't get nude is the host. What do you think that says about where dating is today?
Well, first of all, I want to point out that you and I both are wearing 2 shirts so that neither one of these hosts can strip naked, at least very easily.
Right. Well, just for all the audio listeners, and for the video listeners as well, I'm not wearing pants right now. So no, I'm kidding. Okay, this is not a CNN Jeffrey Toobin episode. Just kidding.
So I have so many concerns and questions, but I'll boil it down to just one. This seems like something that somebody who is just trying to get famous will do. And in their mind, they think the upside is just huge. And so they think that maybe showing all themselves on screen might not be that bad of an idea if it turns them into a famous person. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I appreciate all your hours of investigative journalism.
Right.
But that would be at least my one angle of psychology to start with is what's the intent of the game show contestants? Do they want to be famous? Because it certainly can't be love.
Well, and the impact of this show, it's getting huge numbers from what I've read. And it's fascinating to me that so many of the contestants who were bumped off after the 3rd pick or 4th pick, they interview them briefly over a few seconds. And they said, well, it really helped my confidence a lot. What? To strip naked in front of something that will be, out there forever on the internet? I mean, used to be a good Kardashian sex tape was all people needed to light up nudity forever. Now, these people are doing it on a regular basis. And you can have your opinion on nudity. You can have your opinion on dating and how hard that could be. But I think you got to understand the impact of a show like this. This lives with you forever. And this is, these people are completely in the buff. There's no there's no, real sexual tension or anything other than you're seeing somebody stripped down to nothing. But I don't know. I don't know that I would. I'd rather just try out to be on Wheel of Fortune or Survivor or something like that.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.